Hello, beloved. The first thing they tell you is that you are bound by blood. Your bloodstream, they say, is fragile. Your genes carry secrets, silent codes waiting to betray you. The doctor's report whispers, it runs in your family. High blood pressure, heart disease, cancer. And so you believe the verdict is written, a sentence etched in the stone of your DNA. You see your own body as a prison, its walls closing in. And perhaps in the dark, you have felt it, the racing pulse, the sudden fear that the blood within you is an enemy, not a friend. The thought that illness lies in wait just beyond tomorrow. That age is a thief slowly draining strength, cell by cell. This is the fear of millions. This is the shadow that biology casts. But listen closely. That prison of DNA is not unbreakable stone. It is a scroll written in light. And what is written can be rewritten. The subconscious mind is the scribe. It does not copy the statistics of medicine, nor the verdicts of heredity. It writes according to the impressions you give it. It obeys the law you speak with conviction. What you decree in thought and feeling becomes the script of your blood. Do you see it now? The prison bars of DNA bending like soft reeds. The stone crumbling into sand. And in its place, a golden scroll unfurling before you, radiant with possibility. You are holding the pen. Your thoughts are ink. Your words are decree. You are not a victim of bloodline. You are the author of blood's command. Every second, your subconscious directs the flow of life within you. Billions of cells listen to its quiet orders. Your heart beats because it says so. Your blood circulates because it commands so. Your immune system rises or falls according to its decree. And your subconscious, mighty though it is, waits for your instruction. This is the higher law. Joseph Murphy revealed. The subconscious is not chained to genetics. It is not limited by aging. It does not obey probability. It obeys impression. It obeys the word spoken with belief. It obeys the picture held with feeling. So what have you been commanding? Fear, doubt. The constant whisper. I hope I don't get sick. I hope it doesn't happen to me. Each fearful thought is a decree. Each anxious word is a command. and the subconscious, impartial and unquestioning, executes. It builds the blueprint it is given, whether that blueprint is ruin or renewal. But you can reverse it. You can step out of fear and into authorship. The subconscious has no loyalty to illness, no allegiance to age. It listens to you. It listens right now. Picture this: the shackles of fear breaking from your wrists, the door of health swinging wide before you, light streaming in, flooding every cell with new decree, your bloodstream carrying not poison, but power, not weakness, but vitality, not the past, but the promise. You are not your grandfather's illness. You are not your mother's diagnosis. You are not a prisoner of statistics. You are the voice of authority within your own blood. Your word is law, and your body obeys. Let that truth burn brighter than fear. Let it take root in your imagination. See the golden scroll of your DNA rewriting itself even now under the pen of your subconscious. Every word of faith etching new letters of strength. Every whisper of gratitude sealing the decree. And when you choose to speak life, life answers. When you declare health, health obeys. When you affirm vitality, vitality floods your veins. Because the body is not the master, the mind is. So tonight, choose the higher law. Stand before the scroll of your being and declare, I am health. I am strength. My blood is radiant with life, and it shall be so. Type in the comments, I believe, because that simple declaration is the beginning of your reversal, not the end of fear's story, but the start of your command. They will tell you that blood is destiny, that if your father's arteries hardened, yours must too, that if your mother's blood sugar failed her, yours will surely follow. They point to charts, to genes, to grim family trees, and they whisper the verdict. This river is polluted. It cannot be cleansed. This is the language of the determinist, the one who sees life as biology alone, the one who believes flesh is clay unmoved by spirit. To them, the bloodstream is only chemistry cells, colliding vessels, narrowing systems wearing down. To them, heredity is a chain that cannot be broken. But then there is another voice, the voice of the metaphysician, the one who sees beyond the microscope, the one who knows that every pulse of blood begins as a thought, that the river of life takes its command not from heredity, but from the spirit within. 2 books sit open before you. One is the book of biology, its pages filled with statistics, prognoses, limitations. The other is the book of law, the higher law, the spiritual decree. And when these 2 books face each other, the pages of spirit begin to overwrite the pages of biology. The word of mind becomes stronger than the word of matter. Let me tell you a story. There was a man, let us call him Daniel. Daniel lived under the shadow of his father's heart disease. From youth, he was told, "Be careful. It runs in the family." He measured his pulse in fear. He swallowed pills with dread. Every ache in his chest felt like a prophecy fulfilled. One night, exhausted by worry, Daniel came across a line, "Mind commands matter. Blood obeys spirit." At first, it sounded impossible, but something in him wanted it to be true. So he began a practice. Each night before sleep, he placed his hand upon his heart. He whispered, "My blood flows clear and strong. My heart beats with ease. I am guided by divine law, not by family history." He repeated it with feeling. He pictured a river once muddied, slowly turning clear, the dark waters lightening until they sparkled with crystal blue. Day by day he spoke to his bloodstream as though it were alive, because it is. And his body, hearing the decree of the subconscious, obeyed. Months passed. The fear that had once wrapped around his chest began to dissolve. His doctor, surprised, noted his strength. His numbers improved. But the true transformation was deeper. Daniel no longer believed himself a victim of bloodline. He believed himself the author of command. Do you see what happened? The determinist said, "It runs in your family." The metaphysician replied, "Yes, but it stops with me." The determinist saw polluted waters. The metaphysician commanded a new river, clear and alive. So it is with you. Your subconscious does not read lab reports. It does not memorize statistics. It listens to you. It listens to the word you speak with conviction. And that word becomes law. Picture your own bloodstream now. See it as a river flowing through every part of you. Perhaps you have seen it as fragile, as vulnerable, as polluted by fear. But look again. See the waters shifting, the darkness clearing, the current growing strong, vibrant, radiant. See the river of your life running crystal blue. This is not imagination only. This is command. Every image you hold with faith is an order impressed upon the subconscious. Every word you repeat with conviction is a decree carried into the river of your blood. And soon, the body reflects it. For matter does not lead, mind does. Blood does not command, spirit does. So remember this truth. Doctors may give a prognosis, but only you can give a decree. Statistics may show a pattern, but only you can speak a law. Genes may suggest, but only spirit decides. Your river is not bound to the past. Your river is waiting for your voice. And as you whisper new commands, the waters will obey. Because mind commands matter, and blood obeys spirit. Deep within you, there is a physician who never sleeps. A silent doctor who regulates every beat, every breath, every drop of blood. This is your subconscious mind. It directs your heart with perfect rhythm. It balances blood pressure without your effort. It sends immune cells racing like soldiers on command. It repairs cuts, heals bones, restores balance. And it does all this without argument, without question. Picture it as a vast control room, rows of glowing panels, gauges monitoring pressure, screens watching every vessel, an endless team of workers, engineers, caretakers, builders, moving with flawless precision. This crew waits for orders. It does not decide. It obeys. And whose voice does it obey? Yours. Every word you speak, every thought you repeat, every image you impress becomes instruction. If you say, "I am weak," my blood is sick. The subconscious writes it down and executes. If you say, "My blood is strong, my body is whole," it accepts that as law. It never debates. It never asks if the command is wise. it simply carries it out. This is why Murphy said, "The subconscious accepts as true whatever you command. It is impartial. It is precise. It is tireless." Imagine now your bloodstream as a great railway. Each red cell a train, each vessel a track. And your subconscious is the dispatcher. When you speak health, it clears the tracks, directs the flow, strengthens the cargo. When you speak fear, it jams the rails, slows the current, pollutes the load. The trains obey the signals they are given, and the signals come from you. So the question is not whether your blood can heal. It already knows how. The question is, what orders are you giving? If you constantly remind yourself of weakness, you program weakness. If you affirm strength, you program strength. Your subconscious builds according to blueprint, and the blueprint is every word, every feeling, every picture you repeat. Think of it like seeds planted in a garden. Speak fear, and weeds appear. Speak life, and flowers bloom. The subconscious does not choose between them. It simply grows what it is given. So tonight, begin planting with care. Whisper to yourself, "My blood flows pure. My heart beats with ease. My cells are radiant with health." Repeat it until it sinks below the surface. Repeat it until the inner doctor writes it into the system. Because once it is written, the body obeys. And once the subconscious accepts, the blood reflects. You carry within you a healer greater than any medicine. It waits not for diagnosis, but for decree. It listens not to heredity, but to command. And it never fails to obey. Your subconscious is the inner doctor of your blood. And tonight, it is listening. There is a moment each night when the gates of your mind swing open, a golden moment, fragile and powerful. It comes in the hush between waking and sleep, when the body softens, when the day releases its grip, when thought drifts like mist, and the conscious guard grows silent. This is the hour of command, the half-sleep state, the threshold where the subconscious stands unshielded, waiting for impression. Here every whisper sinks deep. Here every image is planted in fertile soil. Here the decree becomes destiny. Picture yourself entering a vast cathedral at midnight. The air is still. candles flicker with soft golden light. Every sound echoes with eternity. You walk slowly down the aisle, and there at the altar, the gate of the subconscious stands open, a gate of gold glowing, inviting. It will receive what you give. This is why Joseph Murphy called the moments before sleep sacred, because in these moments, the subconscious listens without resistance. It does not question. It does not filter. It accepts. So if you fall asleep, whispering fear, I am weak, I may be ill, I hope I don't get worse, that fear enters as seed. It grows in silence, and soon the body bears its fruit. But if you fall asleep, whispering life, my blood flows pure, my body is whole, I rest in perfect health. Then those words take root in the soil of the subconscious. They sprout in silence, and soon the body reflects them in strength. Every night you stand at the golden gate, and every night you are given the chance to choose the command. So tonight, as you drift, speak softly, whisper gently, repeat with feeling, my blood is radiant, my heart is calm, my body renews itself as I sleep. Say it once, twice, 3 times. Picture it as real. See your bloodstream as rivers of light flowing clear and strong. See your cells glowing with new vitality. See your heart resting in peace, beating in perfect rhythm. And let that vision carry you into sleep. For in sleep, resistance falls away. In sleep, the subconscious absorbs decree. In sleep, the law is written. And by morning, the command you gave will already be at work. The silent doctor will have begun its task. The blood will have received its orders, and the seed will have taken root. This is the golden sleep command, the simplest of rituals, the most powerful of laws, to speak before sleep and to let the subconscious obey. And when practiced night after night, it becomes a rhythm of creation. Fear dissolves, strength arises, and the body becomes a living testament to the words you chose at the gate. So tonight, when the lights are dim, when your eyes grow heavy, remember this. You hold the pen, you hold the key, and the gate of your subconscious waits for your decree. Whisper life, and it shall be so. You have now walked through the first gates. You have seen the fear. You have felt the reversal. You have heard the truth of your subconscious, the silent physician, the master builder, the river guide. And you have learned the golden hour, that sacred moment before sleep, when law is written. But this is only the beginning. The journey stretches before you, like a radiant corridor, doors opening one after another. Each door reveals a practice. Each practice deepens the command. And step by step, you will watch your words take form in your body, your blood, your life. The first door opens to the ritual of whisper, visualize, thank. 3 movements, simple yet mighty. First, the whisper, soft, repeated, steady. Your words are seeds dropped into the soil of the subconscious. Second, the vision, the inner picture glowing with feeling, the bloodstream running clear, the heart beating calm. Third, the gratitude, the seal upon the decree, the final stroke that makes the law complete. Whisper, visualize, thank, a triad of power, a rhythm of creation. The second door opens to forgiveness. Because as long as resentment poisons the heart, the river cannot flow clear. Bitterness clogs the bloodstream as surely as fear. But when you release, when you say, I forgive, I set free, I choose peace, then the waters clear. Then the body breathes. Then health returns like a dawn after long night. The third door opens to direct conversation with the body, to speak to the blood as if it listens, because it does, to address the heart as if it hears, because it does, to call the cells by name and declare them whole. Each part of you is alive, responsive, waiting for command. And when you speak with authority, they obey. These doors are not theory. They are practice. They are the steps that will carry you from fear to mastery, from believing yourself a victim of heredity to knowing yourself an author of decree. And the promise is this: if you persist, if you repeat, if you impress these laws night after night, your body must reflect them. It has no choice. The subconscious never debates. It only executes. Picture now the river of your bloodstream widening, flowing toward an open ocean. The sunrise breaks across the horizon. Golden light dances upon the waters. The river is no longer narrow, no longer choked by fear. It is vast, radiant, alive, and it carries you forward into the ocean of promise. This is where you are headed, to a life where your word is law, where your blood bears witness to spirit, not to statistics, where health flows not as accident, but as decree. Joseph Murphy said, "Your word is law, and your blood is its witness. Take that law as your own. Write it upon your heart. Whisper it at the gate of sleep, and watch as your body becomes the proof. This is the promise of the journey, and we are only at its beginning. Stay with me. Night after night, we will walk deeper into this corridor of light. We will open each door. We will plant each seed, and your subconscious will obey. Health will rise. Strength will return, and your blood will flow as the river. It was always meant to be pure, clear, radiant with life. So if you have felt a stirring tonight, if you have seen the prison turn to scroll, if you have glimpsed the river clearing, know this: it is only the first step, and greater revelations await. Stay with me through this journey. Subscribe so you never miss the words that will carry you into tomorrow night's blessing. In the stillness of this night, your breath slows, your body rests, and your mind becomes open, receptive, waiting. You are listening, not with the ears alone, but with every fiber of your being. And now you learn the ancient truth: your word is law for your subconscious. Just as a king's decree echoes through his kingdom, your whisper echoes through the kingdom of your body. You do not beg your blood to heal. You do not plead with your body. Begging belongs to fear. Pleading belongs to doubt. Instead, you whisper as one who knows. You whisper as one whose word is law. The subconscious does not argue. It does not debate. It receives. It records. It obeys. So let your whisper be simple, direct, and strong. Blood you flow pure and strong. Hear those words softly leaving your lips. Whisper them gently, like breath over still waters. The sound enters you not only through your mouth, but through your entire being. Your veins listen. Your arteries listen. Your heart listens. The quiet river within you stirs as if awakened, by music. Every word is a seed. When spoken, it drops into the fertile soil of your subconscious. Your blood, flowing like rivers through mountain valleys, receives that seed. Blood, you flow pure and strong. Again and again, each whisper plants the seed deeper. Each repetition waters it with certainty. The old way was prayer as begging. Please let me be healed. But that plea assumes lack, assumes absence, assumes weakness. The true way is the spoken law, the whispered decree. For your subconscious is the builder, and the builder responds only to command, never to complaint. So you do not complain of sickness, for complaint engraves the sickness deeper. You do not repeat weakness, for repetition engraves weakness. Instead, you whisper the decree, and you engrave strength. You engrave purity. You engrave divine order. Picture your whisper now leaving your mouth as a ribbon of silver light. It enters your chest and travels through your heart. With each heartbeat, that whisper disperses, carried in red rivers through every artery, every vein, every capillary. It sings in your blood. It resounds in every cell. Like music, it harmonizes. Like light, it illumines. Like law, it commands. Your subconscious hears and obeys. It does not know the difference between a truth spoken and a fact observed. The spoken word becomes fact to it. Thus, when you whisper blood, you flow pure and strong. The subconscious takes it as reality. It sets in motion every process, every cell, every rhythm to align with the decree. Stay with the whisper. Breathe in gently, and as you exhale, murmur the command. Blood, you flow pure and strong. Again and again. Soft, rhythmic, certain. You need not strain. You need not shout. Whispering carries more power, for whispering assumes the law is already true. Now see the river of your veins glowing faintly. Each word strikes the water like a stone, sending ripples through the current. The ripples spread, touching every branch of the river. Soon, the whole bloodstream shimmers with the command. It obeys. It aligns. In this moment, you remember your word is creative. Your word is law. What you speak in whisper is carved in the invisible stone of the subconscious. It is etched, engraved, set. And so your blood listens. Your blood obeys. Your blood flows pure and strong. The law is simple. The law is sure. The law is yours. Speak, and it is so. Whisper, and it is engraved. Your word is law for your subconscious. And tonight, your law is this blood. You flow pure and strong. Close your eyes gently and drift deeper into stillness. Now imagine a golden light entering through the crown of your head, descending slowly, calmly, like sunlight sinking into clear water. This golden radiance does not hover outside. It floods inward, filling you from within. It finds your bloodstream. It pours itself into the flowing rivers of red, merging with every stream, every channel, every pulse. The rivers of your body now gleam with light, as though liquid gold courses through you. Each heartbeat pumps radiance. Each vessel carries not only blood, but brilliance. You whisper the decree. Blood, you flow pure and strong, and as you do, the golden light obeys the words. It sweeps through purifying, cleansing, harmonizing. Darkness dissolves in its touch. Weakness dissolves. Disorder dissolves. In place of shadow, only golden clarity remains. Visualize it slowly. See your heart glowing like a sun, pumping out rivers of luminous warmth. See the veins in your arms, glowing rivers of gold streaming toward your hands. See the arteries in your legs, glowing streams of light pouring into your feet. See the light circling upward into your brain, washing every thought with radiance. Your entire body is now a cathedral of golden light. Stained glass windows of flesh illuminated from within. The bloodstream is not red alone. It is molten, living light carrying divine harmony to every cell. And as you see it, you know the law. Imagination impressed is reality expressed. The subconscious does not distinguish between real and vividly imagined. What you see inwardly is engraved. What you engrave is created. So see it with devotion. Feel the warmth of the golden rivers. Imagine each cell drinking it like sunlight. Your liver drinks, your kidneys drink, your brain drinks, Your skin drinks. Every organ receives the golden tide, and each obeys the decree. Blood you flow pure and strong. Let the vision slow, let it repeat. River after river, pulse after pulse, golden light sweeping, 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 carrying harmony, carrying life, carrying power. You are now both whisperer and seer. Word and image together engrave the truth deeper than word alone. Whisper and see, command and visualize, speak and imagine, both together are double imprint, doubly sure. Remain in this golden cathedral a while longer. Whisper the decree. See the decree. Know the decree. Your blood is light. Your blood is strong. Your blood is pure. Now, beloved one, you have whispered the law, and you have seen the light. Yet there is one more sacred act to complete the circle gratitude. Gratitude is the seal, the golden wax pressed upon the decree. Without gratitude, the command floats like a letter unclosed. With gratitude, the letter is sealed, delivered, and received. So now, in the quiet of your soul, you whisper again, "Thank you, blood. Thank you for obeying. Thank you for flowing pure and strong." Feel the warmth of these words. Gratitude is not an effort. It is a natural outpouring, like a river running downhill. The moment you thank you, affirm that the work is already done. To beg is to confess lack. To thank is to confess fulfillment. Imagine your words of thanks as molten gold dripping onto a scroll. The scroll is your command. Blood you flow pure and strong, and the gratitude seals it shut, shining unbreakable, already sent to the subconscious, already acted upon, already fulfilled. Your subconscious does not argue. It receives. It builds, and gratitude assures it that the building is complete. Gratitude whispers, "It is finished. It is done." So now see fields blooming around you. Each thank you plants flowers. Each thank you releases fragrance. Each thank you multiplies. You say, "Thank you, blood, for your obedience," and a meadow blooms. You say, "Thank you, blood, for your purity," and the meadow expands. You say, "Thank you, blood, for your strength," and the meadow becomes a vast golden field waving in the wind. Your heart smiles. Your cells rejoice. Your blood responds with deeper flow. Gratitude softens the body, relaxes the mind, and makes every decree fertile. Without gratitude, a seed may lie dormant. With gratitude, the seed bursts into life, green shoots rising, blossoms unfurling. So tonight, you do not wait to see proof. You do not wait for tomorrow's evidence. You thank now. You seal now. You know now. You whisper, "It is done." Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And your subconscious listens. It marks the command complete. It delivers the result into your body. Gratitude is the signature, and your signature is now engraved. It is sealed. It is finished. It is so. And now, dear one, there is a deeper cleansing. For words can command light, can purify gratitude, can seal. But if resentment remains, the river still clogs. Resentment is the stone that blocks the stream. Hatred is the dam that stops the flow. Bitterness is the weight that constricts the veins. But forgiveness, forgiveness is the great release. Forgiveness breaks the dam. Forgiveness lifts the weight. Forgiveness clears the channel, and the blood rushes free again. So now imagine before you a great river. It should flow wide and strong, but in the middle a dam of stones blocks it. These stones are old grudges, old resentments, memories of betrayal, of pain. Each stone bears a name, an event, a face, and the water pushes, presses, strains against it. The current weakens, the flow slows. Now breathe gently, and with each exhale, let one stone dissolve. Whisper softly, "I forgive. I release. I set free." And as you say it, one stone turns to dust, crumbling into the current, carried away. Another breath, another stone. I forgive. I release. I set free. Again the river widens. The water moves freer. Light sparkles on the waves. Forgiveness is not approval of wrong. Forgiveness is freedom from bondage. Forgiveness is not weakness. Forgiveness is strength. To hold resentment is to poison your own blood. To forgive is to cleanse it. Now whisper, "I set you free, and I am free." And with that, the last stones dissolve. The dam breaks, the river surges forward, rushing, laughing, roaring. Your blood rejoices, your cells rejoice, your body rejoices. The law is fulfilled. Forgiveness is the spiritual solvent. It dissolves darkness. It dissolves chains. It dissolves poison. And in its place, only light flows. Now your blood runs clear, free, strong. Whisper once more, I forgive. I release. I am free. And so it is. Tonight, you learn the intimacy of speech. For just as your subconscious obeys, so does every organ, every cell, every system. Each one is alive. Each one listens. Each one responds to the law of your word. So now, with tender authority, you call each by name. You whisper, heart, you beat in perfect rhythm. Heart, you shine with divine love. Heart, you are strong, steady, and serene. And the heart responds. It glows, it strengthens, it aligns. You whisper, lungs, you are clear. Lungs, you are free. Lungs, you breathe in the breath of life. And the lungs expand, filling with light. You whisper, liver, you function in divine order. Liver, you are pure, balanced, and whole. And the liver obeys, harmonizing its work. You whisper, kidneys, you cleanse with ease. Kidneys, you flow with living water. And they listen, obedient. You whisper, stomach, you digest with peace. Stomach, you glow with harmony. Each organ is like a faithful servant standing at attention when its name is called. Each cell is like a worker alert and responsive when spoken to. You are the sovereign, the master, the commander. They are the obedient, the responsive, the loyal. So go on. Speak to your eyes, your brain, your nerves, your skin. Speak to the smallest cell. You are strong. You are light. You are divine order in expression. This is no imagination. Only this is law. For the subconscious hears every word, and the subconscious directs every cell, and the cells obey. Naming is power. Naming is intimacy. Naming is dominion. And tonight you name, and tonight they obey. Now let us practice planting seeds in fertile soil. Each phrase is a seed. Each repetition is water. Each whisper is sunlight. Together they grow, They root, they bloom. For health, you may whisper, blood, you flow pure and strong. Heart, you beat in perfect rhythm. Immune system, you rise with power. Cells, you glow with divine light. For love, you may whisper, I am surrounded by love. Love flows to me and through me. I am harmony. I am peace. I am union. For wealth, you may whisper, abundance flows to me easily. Money circulates freely in my life. Opportunities come to me from every direction. Each phrase is simple. Each phrase is law. The subconscious does not need explanation. It does not need reason. It obeys command. Repeat them slowly. Let them echo. Whisper them until they engrave themselves into silence. Whisper them until the silence itself repeats them back to you. Repetition is planting. Repetition is watering. Repetition is nurturing. And in due season, the harvest appears. Now choose one phrase tonight. Choose it like a seed in your hand. Whisper it, plant it, repeat it, and then let it grow. Write your phrase for tonight below. Seal it by writing it, by speaking it, by engraving it, and the subconscious will obey. Now, let us weave the living story so you may know the truth, not only in teaching, but in proof. For the law works as surely as mathematics, and testimony is its demonstration. There was once a woman whose blood faltered, whose strength dimmed. Doctors spoke of weakness in her blood of cells that did not carry what they should. She lived in fear, thinking her body betrayed her. She prayed in desperation, begging for change, but nothing changed. For begging is not command, and the subconscious does not obey pleas. One night, weary of fear, she learned this sacred ritual. She whispered, not with trembling, but with authority, blood, you flow pure and strong. At first, the words felt foreign, yet she whispered them nightly. She whispered as one sowing seeds in silence. She whispered as one who trusts the soil. And as she whispered, she saw it light flowing through her veins, a golden current sweeping. She saw her heart glowing, her cells drinking radiance. She felt gratitude rise, not after the healing, but before it. She said, "Thank you, blood, for your obedience. Thank you for flowing strong." She sealed it as law. She forgave those who had hurt her. She forgave her own body for faltering. With each act of release, the dam broke. The current rushed, the blood cleared. Night after night, she named her organs. Heart, you are steady. Liver, you are pure. Immune system, you rise with power. She practiced the phrases. She sowed them like seeds. And she never dug them up. With doubt, she let them grow. In time, the proof came. Tests reversed. Strength returned. Her face glowed with life. Her doctors spoke of change they could not explain. But she knew. She knew the law had worked. She knew her word had been law for the subconscious, and the subconscious had obeyed. Her story is your story. For the law is not for one alone, it is universal. As she whispered, so can you whisper. As her blood obeyed, so can your blood obey. As her life renewed, so can yours renew. This is no chance, no accident. This is demonstration. This is the law fulfilled. So hear her voice echo with yours. Blood you flow pure and strong. And know the law works always unfailingly, as mathematics works as seed, and harvest work as whisper, and obedience work. Her testimony is the light along your path. Walk it, and you too will see the proof. Now you stand at the midpoint of this sacred journey. Already you have whispered, visualized, given thanks, forgiven, named practiced, and heard testimony. Already the soil is rich. Already the seeds are planted. Already the river flows freer. But the law rewards not only beginnings, but continuance. For one whisper engraves yet, nightly whispers engrave deeper. One seed roots, but repeated. Sowing fills the whole field. One river flows, but constant rivers carve valleys of strength. So now the call comes, remain. Stay with the practice. Make it your nightly ritual. Each night, whisper. Each night, see the light. Each night, seal with thanks. Each night, forgive. Each night, name the body. Each night, practice phrases. Each night, sow. For as you sow, so shall you reap. As you decree, so shall it be. As you whisper, so shall it flow. Imagine now a garden at dawn. You kneel with seeds in your hand. You place them in the soil of your subconscious. Each whisper is a seed. Each phrase is a seed. And the soil never refuses. The soil receives. The soil grows. Look around this garden. Others are here with you. A community of whisperers, sowers, creators. Each one planting, each one growing, each one harvesting. You are not alone in this ritual. Together, you are a field, a forest, a blooming garden of light. So now, let us seal this midpoint with decree I sow tonight. Whisper it, write it, declare it, type I sow tonight. Let the community of light see your seed, and let the soil of the subconscious receive it. And remember, this ritual is not one night only, but every night. Seeds grow when watered. Rivers grow when flowing. Strength grows when practiced. So stay with this nightly ritual. Whisper and visualize. Thank and forgive. Name and decree. Sow and reap. And if this ritual brings you peace, healing, and power, remain in its stream. Subscribe, stay, and let the seeds continue to grow. For each night you return, the harvest multiplies. Whisper, now I sow tonight, and let it be so. The first breath of morning enters you like a stream of golden fire. You awaken to a new day, and as your eyelids flutter open, the sunlight pours into your room as though the heavens themselves decree your renewal. That light is more than light. It is life itself, entering through your eyes, flowing through your bloodstream, quickening every cell, declaring that this day is sacred, that this day is yours. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, and you recognize its deeper meaning. It is the symbol of the law of life, eternal and unchanging. Just as the sun rises without fail, so too does the law of mind and spirit rise within you, ready to govern this day with order and harmony. As you stretch, as you breathe, you quietly affirm, this is the day the law has made. I rejoice, I prosper, I am guided in all my ways. Your bloodstream listens. Yes, your very blood listens. Each drop is like a choir member in the symphony of life responding to your command. You direct it now with words of truth. You say to yourself, "My blood is pure. My circulation is divine order. My heart beats in perfect rhythm with life itself." And as you speak, your blood obeys, carrying the sunlight of your words into every organ, every tissue, every nerve. The mind and body are not separate. The mind commands, the body fulfills. This is the morning law. This is the way of alignment. When you awaken with thought of order, the bloodstream is infused with order. When you affirm vitality, vitality sings in your arteries and veins. When you declare harmony, harmony manifests in each pulse of your heart. You rise from the bed, and the floor beneath your feet feels firm and steady, reminding you that you are supported by the eternal ground of being. You walk to the window, and you open it. A breath of fresh morning air enters you, carrying dew, carrying fragrance, carrying purity. That air joins with your bloodstream. Oxygen becomes light, and light becomes life. This is no ordinary morning. It is a covenant renewed. It is a law demonstrated. You no longer rise into chaos or chance. You rise into law, the higher law that Joseph Murphy declared the law of belief, the law of the subconscious mind responding to the conscious word. The sun itself bows to this law, for it reflects the deeper principle: order flows from thought. As you begin your day, let the rhythm of breath, the rhythm of heartbeat, the rhythm of circulation remind you that life is always listening. Say it again, softly, rhythmically, as though you were speaking to your very bloodstream. Every cell is radiant with life. Every fiber is aligned with peace. Every drop of blood is charged with harmony. The day begins, but it is not random. You have declared it. You have directed the bloodstream. You have given the morning command. And so the law is fulfilled. Your words shape the hours. Your belief shapes the body. Your consciousness shapes the day. Imagine your DNA as a piano, a vast instrument with countless keys stretching in both directions, endless in its potential melodies. Every gene is a key. Every possibility is present. But the music itself does not arise from the keys alone. The music depends on the one who plays. Science calls it epigenetics. Spirit calls it law. Both declare the same truth. The song of your life is not fixed. The score is not predetermined. The pianist is your mind, and your fingers strike the keys with each thought, each belief, each word. When the mind is discordant, when fear presses down with heavy, uncertain chords, the body plays a song of disharmony. But when thought is aligned, when belief is radiant, when the word is spoken in faith, the music shifts from noise to symphony. Picture it now, the piano of your being, resting silently, and then your mind approaches. At first, a clashing of notes, a scattered, jarring melody. But then, as you breathe deeply, as you speak gently, as you affirm truth, your fingers begin to find harmony. The notes rise one after another, weaving together into beauty. A symphony of healing, a symphony of order. This is not fantasy. This is science aligned with spirit. Studies show that thought and environment influence gene expression. Murphy declared long ago that thought is the master power. Together, they affirm your biology is clay, but your belief is the sculptor. And so you begin to play a new score. You say to yourself, "My mind is the composer. My body is the instrument. I choose harmony. I choose life. I choose radiant health." And as you say it, the piano responds. Your bloodstream carries the music. Your organs vibrate with the melody. Your entire being becomes a concert hall filled with sound and light. What greater truth can be spoken than this? You are not bound by inheritance. You are not chained to biology. You are not trapped by genes. The higher law supersedes the lower. Spirit writes the music of life, and your conscious word is the pen. When you recognize this truth, you feel freedom rising in your chest. You feel release in your heart. You are not a victim of chance. You are not a fixed score. You are a composer, and the melody you play today will echo into tomorrow. As you sit quietly, you whisper, "Every gene is open to harmony. Every cell is obedient to law. I compose with love. I compose with peace. I compose with faith." And as you whisper, the discord vanishes, the symphony swells, and your life becomes music divine. Listen to the drop of water. It falls gentle, unhurried, yet it falls again and again. The stone beneath it seems unyielding, eternal, unmoved. But the drop persists, faithful, rhythmic, constant. And over days, over months, over years, the stone surrenders, carved not by force, but by repetition. So too is your subconscious. It is not persuaded by one word only, not shifted by a single declaration. But let the word fall again and again. Let the thought return each day, and the deepest mind is impressed, reshaped, renewed. Your words are drops of water. Your affirmations are the drumbeat of destiny. Each time you repeat, the impression deepens. Each time you affirm, the soil receives. Each time you return, the subconscious bends, reshaped by the steady rhythm of truth. Picture the ripples on water. One stone is cast, and circles spread outward. They reach the edge. They return. They overlap. A single ripple may fade, but when another is sent, and another still, the surface is transformed into living geometry, into flowing patterns. Such is the power of repetition. Each word is a ripple. Each declaration returns to you magnified. Joseph Murphy declared that repetition is the law of the subconscious. The conscious mind may forget, but the deeper mind never sleeps. It listens, it absorbs, it engraves. And the engraving is done not by force, but by steady return. As a sculptor chisels patiently, as a river smooths the rock, so too do your words carve your reality. So you speak, I am health, I am peace, I am abundance. And tomorrow you speak again, I am health, I am peace, I am abundance. And next week and next month, the same. Until the words are no longer effort, but truth. Until the affirmations are no longer statement, but law. Feel it now, a drum beating in the distance. Slow, steady, resonant. With each beat, a word is spoken. With each word, the subconscious receives. And as the drum continues, your entire being falls into rhythm, your heart aligned, your blood attuned, your breath synchronized. The world is noisy, the day is busy, but repetition is your anchor. Each morning, each night, each quiet pause becomes a return to truth. As you hear the drops, as you feel the drum, as you see the ripples, know that the pattern is being formed. You are engraving the law of life into the tablet of the subconscious. And so you whisper once more steady and true, life is flowing through me. Life is guiding me. Life is perfect order in me. And the whisper repeats, echoing in the chambers of mind, until the whisper becomes a song, until the song becomes reality. Imagine your mind as a vast field, fertile and ready. The soil is rich, the ground is waiting. Every word you speak is a seed. Every thought you sow is a future bloom. Some sow weeds unaware. Some scatter thorns unmindful. But you choose carefully. You know the law. You know that what is planted will grow. You know that what you sow, you will reap. See yourself walking in this garden. In your hand, a pouch of seeds. Each seed is an affirmation. Each seed is a word of life. You bend down, you press it into the soil. You cover it gently, and you whisper to it, grow in peace, grow in harmony, grow in abundance. And in time, the field responds. Green shoots rise, flowers unfold, fragrance fills the air. Where once was emptiness, now is beauty. Where once was barren, now is abundance. The subconscious is that soil. It does not question. It does not argue. It does not resist. It only receives, and it brings forth after its kind. At night, when you sleep, the garden grows. The seeds of your words spoken before rest are nurtured in the silence of the subconscious. And in the morning, the sprouts are there, the new life emerging. And day by day, bloom by bloom, the field becomes a place of delight, a place of healing, a place of joy. But beware of careless words, for each word is a seed, whether spoken in love or in fear. The soil receives both alike, and the harvest will reveal it. So you choose carefully. You choose to sow only what is life-giving, only what is harmonious, only what is good. Joseph Murphy taught plant seeds of peace, and peace will grow. Plant seeds of joy, and joy will blossom. Plant seeds of health, and health will flourish. The law is certain. the soil does not betray. The harvest is sure. So as you walk through the garden of your mind, you scatter words like flowers. I sow love. I sow health. I sow prosperity. And the field responds with fragrance, with beauty, with life. Look now at the horizon of this inner garden. See the sunlight upon it. See the blossoms dancing in the breeze. This is your creation. This is your law in action. This is the garden of seeds. Words are more than letters on air. They are vibrations, colors, pulses of light. When spoken with rhythm, they dance like flames in the night. When spoken with clarity, they pierce like arrows into the deep soil of mind. Joseph Murphy knew this art. He knew that the subconscious responds not to long speeches, but to clear images, short commands, rhythmic affirmations that echo like drums in the night. Listen now. Imagine a steady drumbeat. Boom, boom, boom. With each beat, a word is released. Peace, peace, peace. With each beat, the word travels into the deeper chamber. The subconscious does not argue. It does not reason. It receives rhythm. It receives image. It receives emotion. And once received, it grows. It multiplies. It becomes law. Picture words glowing in the air before you. Each syllable a spark of light. When you say health, a golden flame rises. When you say love, a rose-colored glow appears. When you say abundance, the light shimmers like emerald and gold. These words hover. They vibrate. They descend into the soil of your subconscious. And the soil, ever faithful, takes them in. Murphy's art was not complex. It was not tangled in long reasoning. It was simple, clear, and powerful. I am strong. I am healthy. I am at peace. Short affirmations, repeated, rhythmic, vivid. The subconscious mind loves simplicity. It drinks it in like rain. So imagine now a chorus voices surrounding you, each repeating with rhythm. Together in harmony, I am health, I am peace, I am abundance. Again with the drum boom, boom, boom. I am health, I am peace, I am abundance. The rhythm engraves it, the imagery seals it, the subconscious accepts it. The art is not in complexity. The art is in clarity. Words are like arrows, and the shorter the arrow, the swifter it flies. The more rhythmic the bow, the deeper it strikes. Murphy spoke like this because he knew the subconscious responds to the image, to the feeling, to the repetition. And so, as you listen now, you allow the rhythm to take hold. You allow the words to echo. You allow the subconscious to be impressed. And soon, you discover something. The words are no longer outside of you. They are within. They beat with your heart. They breathe with your lungs. They flow in your blood. I am whole. I am well. I am free. I am whole. I am well. I am free. I am whole. I am well. I am free. 3 short arrows repeated until the mind can no longer deny. 3 short lights glowing until the subconscious is filled with their fire. 3 short drops falling until the stone is reshaped. This is Murphy's art. This is your inheritance. This is the rhythm of the law. Now imagine your hand holding a pen. The paper before you glows faintly as though waiting for your command. The ink is not black or blue. It is light flowing from your hand, like a river of gold. Each word you write is not only ink on paper, it is impression on the subconscious. It is engraving on the inner scroll of life. Joseph Murphy taught that writing is thinking crystallized. When you write, you impress the subconscious more deeply, more permanently. Spoken words may drift, but written words remain. The act of writing is like sealing a contract with your deeper mind. Picture yourself at night before rest, sitting in silence. A candle glows, or perhaps the soft light of a lamp. The journal is open. Your hand is steady. You write slowly. I am health. I am peace. I am abundance. As the words flow, you feel them engraving deeper than thought. You feel them sinking into the soil of the subconscious. Each letter is alive. Each stroke of the pen carries power. The ink itself flows like blood, joining with your being. You are writing not just on paper, but on your inner self. You are giving form to thought. You are commanding the law. And when the writing is done, you close the journal gently. You breathe. You whisper, "It is written. It is sealed. It is done." Then you lay down to rest, and the subconscious, faithful gardener takes the written seed and nurtures it through the night. This practice is simple yet profound. Each night, write the truth you wish to live. Write the affirmation you wish to see bloom. Write the law you wish to govern your tomorrow. And the subconscious will obey as it always does, bringing forth after its kind. So, tonight, when you finish listening, take your pen, take your journal, and write. And let this be your vow. Write in the comments, "I will write tonight." Fill in the blank with your chosen affirmation. Declare it, share it, seal it. Because when you write, you impress. When you write, you command. When you write, you align with the eternal law. Now comes the moment of crowning. You have walked through the night. Ritual, the morning, command, the science and the spirit, the repetition, the seeds, the rhythm, the writing. And now you stand beneath the wide canopy of the stars, burning like eternal witnesses, awaiting your declaration. Feel it. This is not small. This is not casual. This is the culmination. The law is ready to respond. The universe listens. The subconscious waits. Your body is silent. Your breath steady. Your heart calm. You are about to speak the word that declares sovereignty, the word that claims dominion, the word that places the crown of life upon your head. Imagine above you a crown descending, luminous wrought of gold and light. It lowers gently, resting on your head, filling you with radiance. You feel it pulsing a circle of authority, a symbol of divine order. This crown is not borrowed. It is not gifted by another. It arises from within, for sovereignty was always yours. And from your crown, light pours down, flowing like a golden river within, through your brain, through your nerves, through your bloodstream, through your organs, each part of your body illuminated by the decree of your word. And so you speak aloud in rhythm, in power, in authority. I am more than biology. I am more than history. I am spirit, clothed in form. I am sovereign over my body. I am sovereign over my blood. I am sovereign over my days. My word is law. My word is life. My word is truth. Each declaration echoes into the subconscious, engraves upon the inner scroll, reverberates through your bloodstream. The crown glows brighter. The golden river flows stronger. You stand not as a beggar, but as a ruler, not as a victim, but as a sovereign. This is the law: the higher rules the lower. Spirit rules biology. Mind rules matter. Word rules flesh. You are not trapped in heredity. You are not bound by chance. You are free. You are sovereign. You are whole. Feel the truth of it. Feel the crown. Feel the river. Feel the strength in your chest, the clarity in your mind, the radiance in your being. The stars above bear witness. The earth beneath affirms, and your own heart agrees. So let the final declaration rise, threefold resounding into the universe. I am life. I am light. I am law. I am life. I am light. I am law. I am life. I am light. I am law. And it is so. Now the journey completes. The crown rests upon you. The golden river flows within you, and the garden of your subconscious blooms in radiant colors. You stand at the river's edge, and the current carries you forward, merging into the vast ocean of light. The stars above watch like guardians, whispering blessings. The soil beneath your feet hums with life. You are part of the great order, and the great order is part of you. Receive now this benediction. May your body be radiant with health. May your mind be filled with peace. May your days be abundant with good. May the words you sow be words of life, and may the harvest overflow. You are blessed. You are guided. You are loved. The law works through you. The light shines in you. The truth stands with you. And remember this: you are not alone. Others walk this path. Others sow in the night. Others command in the morning. Others write. Others declare. Together, we form a community of sowers, a garden of souls, each one adding fragrance to the field of humanity. We sow together. We reap together. We rise together. So as this chapter closes, a new promise begins. The next journey will be deeper, still learning to speak directly to your DNA, learning to tell the very code of life, to awaken, to heal, to align with the divine order. That promise waits for you. But tonight, rest in the blessing you have received. Rest in the crown upon your head. Rest in the golden river within. Rest in the stars above keeping watch. And before you go, Seal your vow with one final act. Write in the comments one sentence for tonight. Let it be your whisper to the universe, your seed in the collective garden, your declaration to the law. One sentence, simple, rhythmic, alive. And as you type, as you share, as you sow, remember this: your word is seed, your subconscious is soil, your life is harvest. So now, beloved soul, go in peace, rest in the law, rise in the light, live in the truth. Stay with this community of nightly sowers. Subscribe so you never miss the next blessing. Like so the rhythm spreads. Share so the seeds multiply. Together we sow. Together we reap. Together we rise. And so it is.